thing. Yeah. Someone's going crazy like the
Oh,
someone else going crazy like the but no, but yeah, no, let me. Oh no, I want to play the God. So the God, look where the God ends up, though, guys. It's concerning. I'm sorry.
oh my lord.
Nah, I can't play like that. I'm sorry. That's been on your sister's leg or whatever it's been, and you doing there and in his
Upper
mouth.
thigh
And
Yeah.
meat, no less. Upper thigh meat,
oh,
bro. The
oh,
Yeah,
brother
that's
looked like
where
I'm trying to figure out who he looked like. Little Uzi, one of them.
you look like the guy that plays in Nick Cannon's one. What's his name? DC.
You talking about
Oh yeah,
DC Young
yeah.
Fly?
That's
You
who
look
it
like
is.
DC Young Fly.
yeah, DC Young
Yeah.
Fly without the tattoo.
You know, he's doing a lot with them hips, and that's what really got me. Is too much with the hip area. But I thought his smile is so handsome. He has such a wonderful smile. I was
does.
almost thinking, I'm like, his smile makes him so handsome to me. With it's a nice vibe. But them hips,
I agree. I think he's
But
actually handsome. He was trying to ride the chair. I think he's a very
yeah, but Kirsten doesn't see it. That's the problem. Kirsten doesn't see the nice smile. All she sees is the bald head, and that's wrong. She should be looking at other things. Okay, listen, no one's perfect, right? He's gonna have things that are good and things that she might not find attractive, but she's just made such a point of the things that she doesn't like. Man, he's gonna have to overcompensate. He's gonna have to start telling jokes. He's gonna have to start, doing all types of other things to overcompensate for the fact that she doesn't like him.
Yo, Kirsten is one of those people, when she gets something stuck in her head, it stays there. The moment she saw him, she judged him, that was it.
True.
It's going to take way too much for him to get over that. Because, I mean, he doesn't seem like a bad dude, but to her, the moment she saw him, she saw that light shining off his forehead, it was over. It was over.
I'm not gonna play with y'all in these comments about these childbirthing hips.
Yeah, y'all are wrong for that. I just I forgot what the heck I was gonna say. What were we talking about?
Childbirthing hips.
Definitely not touching that. I just feel like
wait,
there's
who's
no
hips?
way. There's
Who's
nothing
hips?
that he really can do at this point, and I think it's just she's not attracted to him, and whether he wants to body roll her to death or he wants to layer her with compliments all day long and tell her what the Lord said to him in a dream, it's still not going to get him anywhere. And that's the unfortunate part, because it seems like he is wanting to try with her, So but the thing that really, on a serious side, like, to be serious for a second, I'm trying. His answers just didn't make sense to me. Like when the friends were talking to him and they said, "Why did you want to do this? Like, why did you decide to get married?" I didn't. And again, he could have been edited out. But he did not say, I want a family, I've tried relationships and, I've had, struggle finding the right one, or I'm more committed in relationships than the women that I've chosen, something like that. But God told me it was time to get married. It's like, that sounds like,
It sounds like a cover up. Yeah, because in my experience,
I've never heard a man say, "God told me to get married."
I have, especially in Atlanta.
Usually,
where people.
Sorry, go.
No, go ahead.
Go for it. No, I was going to say that it's not that way said, but normally it's usually said, like, "Oh, God told me my wife," kind of thing, rather than get married. But yeah, go for it. Go for it, anyway.
He answers all his questions from a religious standpoint. He always answers his questions from a religious standpoint first. Not to saying that he's not serious about it. I don't know, but it is interesting that that's his first go-to. Which that's one of the things that Kirsten, didn't get her name right. Kirsten did say that she kind of like, oh, he's God-fearing. Oh, that she's like, oh, he's educated, God-fearing, and that that got her. But it is interesting. He answers all of his questions from a religious standpoint first.
And I think, unfortunately, a lot of men who are sometimes the most conniving with the most diabolical, kind of agendas. I'm not saying he has one. Use religion as a way to manipulate, and they find very religious women, and they weaponize it because it's familiar. And I think that happens a lot. I mean, look what happened with the helmet of salvation and Mr. Derek Jackson. I mean, he may not have the same issue that I believe, this guy has, but he most likely used religion as a way to isolate his wife and turn her into a cuckoo bird, honestly, if she wasn't already. So I think, a lot of times you have to be very, very weary of these men talking about what Jesus told them to do. And, I'm a PK, I'm a preacher's kid, but I also think I just live in a land of realism, and no man coming up to me talking about what Jesus told him it was really going to move me. I was probably going to give you a red flag, actually, if you coming up to me talking about what Jesus told you and you're not acting like this in your life. So, and that's just for the super religious people. I think sometimes you can fall victim to people's use of religion in a manipulative way.
Shaq is one of those daily. Shaq is one of those daily words of affirmation guys. He send you that word affirmation text in the morning. He's one of them.
I don't know any guys that send those text messages out.
I know a few. They do it. It's all a ploy. It's all a play.
Okay. Well, I don't want to know. They are tripping out over your year in Atlanta. They have
over my what?
Remember when I said I don't know any guy that says, God told me to marry, and you said, yeah, in Atlanta they have.
Because Atlanta was traumatizing for me. Like, I feel bad I'm sorry, Crystal, in advance, but I feel bad for women in Atlanta. Like, all the stuff like, people don't understand. Like, get out of Atlanta so you know that life don't got to be like that. Like, the men in Atlanta do all of the things that y'all are talking about. They will do all of the things. They're dangerous. Sorry, Trey. Well, you're not in Atlanta, you enjoy it, but yeah, no.
I'm not from Atlanta. I'm from South Carolina.
So everything that I'm telling y'all, all of that experience was in Atlanta. I haven't even experienced this in Chicago. It was all in Atlanta. It's very unfortunate. I wish I was lying.
I understand. I'm learning something new. I'm getting educated today because
You're not gonna see that in New York, Sean.
Oh no. I definitely know that people